And a good midday to you. Roger Hill of Wuthering Heights, VELCO Weather Hazards Forecaster. This weather video, driven by 802cars.com. It represents 802 Toyota, Twin Cities Subaru, and 802 Honda. They're all located off of exit 7 on Interstate 89. Broad picture right now. We have a cold surge of air across Canada. This is with this trough, an area of low pressure that's to the north. This is the same weather system that produced our heavier rains and has brought some lake effect snows and weak disturbances that have moved across since last night, producing a little dusting of an inch. The main culprit here is this weather system here. It's been producing some snow out in the southern plains, the high plains, parts of New Mexico. And this is going to be gathering a lot of moisture off the Gulf of Mexico, forming an area of low pressure that will then track, dump off the coast, and then work its way up as a nor'easter. This is all scheduled for basically Saturday. Looks like Friday night is when it first starts in the southern parts of Vermont and the Green Mountains, probably mixed with rain on valley floors. That then transitions and cools with potentially some heavy snowfall, significant snowfall for our neck of the woods. And we do have wet snow loading risks, something we'll have to keep a close eye on, see latest or further heads up after this outlook. Looking at the European on the left-hand side is the latest 06Z model that came in during the overnight period. And this is last night's 00Z model run. And you'll be able to see some subtle differences. We're going to go through these here. So this is our current state of affairs here. Dry weather, a little bit of small disturbances working in off the Great Lakes, some of these lake effect streamers and whatnot. Not really making it into Vermont, but almost. And that looks like it's going to tickle the northern border area. It looks like late in the day on Friday. You might be noticing this area of rain shower activity. It is not snow. This is where the jet stream energy is trying to come together with a northern branch and a southern subtropical branch and spin up an area of low pressure. So we'll watch that as it begins to spin up. Now, I want to show you the right-hand side here. You're looking at 998. This is a little bit less intense, and the latest model run is not showing quite as intense an area of low pressure, but this is the way the transition works in. So snow begins to work in, it looks like in the morning hours. This is valid about 8 o'clock on Saturday. This is valid 8 o'clock on Saturday. You can see slightly heavier amounts here, so it's taken a little bit off with the most recent model run. And you can see that the projection is it keeps the rain basically in New Hampshire. This area kind of then tracks a pretty strengthening area of low pressure, then tracks along the main coast and so forth. Now with the 06Z model run, you might notice a little bit of a subtle difference here. Here the maximum zone for heavier snow is in Vermont. Latest model showing a little bit more of a shift to the east. And indeed, this is the way things are setting up here. You can kind of compare notes. We still get snow in Vermont. It still is going to be with marginal temperature profiles indicating the potential for wet snow risk. And it's much worse here with the last model run. Now, this could change and flip back again. It's just a matter of waiting and seeing if the models do catch on and then lock up. But you can see this area of low pressure then pulls away. And we just have a little bit of leftover snow shower and flurry action once we get into the day on Monday. Another look at this. This is the European again, incremental on 3 hours and a little closer zoomed in. So we get a little bit of flurry action again in the northern portion of the state. Kind of just skirmishes along the northern Quebec border. And then a little bit of rain begins to develop. You might notice the two. This is again is the 0Z model run. This is the 06Z model run. So this is the most recent here on the left-hand side. And you can see that a little bit of mixed precipitation there with some wet snow developing. This is our main culprit here, 985 area of low pressure, 987, 981, 983. This is a lot further off to the right, to the east. A little bit more inland here, cutting across, a little more favorable for Vermont. This is a little bit more to the east, now a little bit more favorable to New Hampshire. 976, 979, 976. You can see that New Hampshire takes the brunt of the amount of snow, and then it lifts north into Canada. This is the GFS ensemble, Canadian ensemble mix. And what you can see, this is a 3-hourly QPF. This is our main culprit here. And you might note it's not a big deal, and depicted with the Total QPF amount here is nothing like the European. Only about 0.4 of an inch. The latest GFS model run is this blue line. You can see it's really backed off on this thing, indicating that it may even miss all of the state of Vermont. So things are very much in flux. This is what the Weather Prediction Center thinks. The 1/4 inch amounts cut right through western parts of Vermont. 1/2 inch amounts of total QPF this period cuts a little bit east of Vermont. So we're talking between 1/4 and 1/2 inch of total snowfall here, with a lot more in parts of eastern New England being realized. Here's a quick look at the current state of anomalous temperatures in the Arctic and whatnot. Greenland is colder than normal, and you can see a real good push of warmer than normal anomalies coming in from the Arctic. And a lot of this has just been settled south now, and so we have some high latitude blocking, which is undercutting the jet stream and spinning up this area of low pressure. It's all working in coincidence. This is the 5-day meteorological output statistics, and we're about neutral here for the next 5 days. These are weighted off max temperatures, and about 3 days later, very similar conditions. And note that this is not changing very much over that course of the next 3 days. 2-meter temperatures of the GEFS model, and what does it look like at about 850 hectopascal? It's all below normal, all snow. Roger Hill, Weathering Heights. Thanks for watching.